Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament to join this conference on restoring. Please be seated. We welcome the father of the house.
Can we all get this in, please? Can you all get this in?
Please hands together for him. We had a technical presentation from the Ministry on the state of mining, and we are now discussing the proposed way forward. They gave us about 10 things we have done, and MPs are commenting on how they contribute. The CEO of Okobo has also pledged support. The Minister for Water and Fisheries has also pledged support as well. So we're in the second round of contributions from the floor when you came. So the indulgence will take a few more comments from members before we take a closing comment. So if the House agrees, I'm going to go back to that corner and I'll take two. The first blue shirt and the second blue shirt. When I finish, I'll come to this corner and take about 3, and I'll end with Honorable Collins Dowda and we'll finish. Please make it 2 minutes maximum per comment. Go ahead.
Salada constituency. So you never know when these people will descend on the lake and make life miserable for all of us. So in the long term, is there a way that communities can be empowered to stop the activities of aliens?
Yes, please. That's the question.
Thank you very much.
I'll go to that table for the last two on that table.
My name is Honorable D. In my constituency, there is this illegal mining activities in the way in my constituency as well. And you see, the business is a very lucrative one. Those who engage in it and those who are the owners of the land, they benefit from it. So it's difficult to fight it. My opinion is that we need to identify the types of mining activities that the illegal miners undertake. And so we can look at those that we can regulate and give to them to do and monitor them, those that we could stop them completely. For example, there is this one we call alluvial mining. That's why you clear the entire land, very huge. So you destroy the forest, you destroy the farmlands, the coal and everything, because you wash the surface of the ground, and that's what people engage in, and they destroy the land and more. But when you come to the underground, where you discover a stone, a rock that contains the gold, that one, you don't really destroy the land. You only dig and go down. So you have a very small land, you are able to hit on the rock, and you go down. I think the government can look at that one and invest in that one. Okay. And get the young men and women to go through that one, supervise it properly. We have a way to, but if not, the water demands a lot of money there, on the surface a lot of money there, and the owners of the land are benefiting so much. So please, let's look at it properly and look at the kind of mining, the type we are, so we can stop them from being those that are not going to destroy the land and the water, and those that we can do, protect them to do it. I think we can get somewhere. Thank you very much.
So the last one from there, then I'll come to
I'm a member of Parliament for the moment. We don't have, activities in Gulu East, and I know Buta region is not a threat to the Galamsey. So, whilst I'm commending the Minister for this initiative, we should also get in touch with the chiefs and the people in these regions, how they are able to do it, and those regions are safe. Gold deposits are found everywhere in Ghana. So why is it not happening in Gulu East, Buta region and other regions? So you can learn from the chiefs and the people over there. I was trying to answer to Accra, when I got to Achin to Sudan, just to buy fuel on the roadside, and I could see machines just across the road while driving. Who cares? And the level of destruction that I saw over there, why are we still allowing these transfer machines? We see them, they spray by the roadside. Why are you allowing it? You know, you buy gun, you can cause me with them, yet openly beside us. We see those things. So, Minister, let me ask you if you can take manufacturing of these fine machines, the sale, at least it will be using the bed.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you. Please bring the mic to Honorable Collins Dauda. His shooting is south. He will be the 15th contributor, so we have 40.
Colleague, Honorable Amakufibwa, that he is on track. But I will not hesitate to tell him that it's a daunting task. I say so because when I had the benefit of serving this country as the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources some time ago, I took a visit, like he did, to Ofeso, to a Sikam near Chile. It had been reported to me that the river brim, which runs behind a Sikam, has. You have heard Operation Hawks, Gallant Stop, Hot 1, Hot 2, and others. All these were deployed to stop Galamsey, but it's still persistent. It means that it's strong. My view is that let's tease out all these strategies. Examine where we have been successful, we keep the successes we have made, pursue that. Where we have been weak, we look at ways of looking into that by way of stopping it. Minister, so far, I am sure the briefing you have been giving in this regard has been briefing on the people who do the Galamsey in the bush. So far, every minister who goes to that ministry, that's the briefing they give you. Those who are in the field digging and bringing out the gold, they are the briefing they will give you. I think that we have to change. We will not stop looking at the field, but let's also go to the market. But when they dig and make the gold, they sell. Who are the ones who buy the gold from the illegal operators? Who are them? Let's look for them. I am sure, those in charge, they know the people who buy the gold from the illegal operators. They know them. The security agency that we use to clamp down on these illegal activities, they know the people who buy the gold from these illegal persons. And so I will teach you to take a look at the market, whether we cannot stop this activity that if we have to continue to use the security, particularly the military. I heard in the presentation, he said we are going to come up with water gas or river gas. What would that be for? We used to have forest gas to protect our forest for us. Now we are moving away from forest gas to recruit people and call them water gas or river gas. And even that one, you are telling us that they are handicapped, they are unable to face the Galamsey operators. So why do engage someone who cannot give you the results you want? I rather suggest, maybe you take up with the president, who is the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, that we have a special unit in the Ghana Armed Forces that will deal with this kaka. We need a special unit. Deploy them to the forest. Let them protect the forest permanently. They shouldn't go and come out. I'm sure this is a big meeting. future we'll have a smaller one. We'll share a lot of ideas.
All right.
I thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Put your together. Please. So, if you're a first time, I'll put your hands together for Collins Dada as I receive Honorable Kofi Buak, the minister, to set the scene for the speaker's comments. Please put your hands together for the sector minister.
First of all, let me thank colleague members for your contributions. We noted all of your valuable contributions and your suggestions. Some of them are so important that they require follow-ups, and so we've taken note of all of them. We'll follow up. We'll listen to the Ministry of Fisheries, and I think it's important that we engage you as we go forward together. We will do so. And so I want to thank all members for valuable contributions. I think some of these responses will require that some of you will get direct phone calls for further discussions on it. We will do that. And I want to thank you. Honourable Speaker, let me say that we are very grateful for your support and agreement to come and do our closing remark on a very short notice. And let me disclose that the Speaker was informed very late, but his reaction was that, well, normally I wouldn't come on a program on such a short notice, but this topic is dear to my heart. Because of that, I will come. Let's clap for the Speaker. Our Speaker, the presentation that was made, the key highlights were that we are really in a crisis point. Our forest reserves out of 288, 44 is really on the siege. 9 was described as areas we can't even enter, that we need to reclaim. The damage there, the reclamation effort will cost us in the millions of Ghana cedis. The water bodies was described as also in a crisis point. They described the turbidity levels, which is supposed to be 0 to 500, now from 5,000 to 12,000, where, quite frankly, it's very difficult to be treated by the Ghana Water Company. The Ghana Cocoa Board has also given us additional information on the damage and impact on our cocoa farms. We talked about almost 30,000 hectares of cocoa farms that are completely at risk, and the danger we face in the future because of the illegal mining. And so the key discussion is that how do we go forward? We made a point that there has to be a better way of mining. And mining is very, very important, has really implication for our economy. And we have over 3 million Ghanaians participating in this activity. So the discussion must move away from illegal mining and finding the better ways to mine, but also a better way to regulate the sector by involving our people at the very district levels, at the local levels, and make them feel part of this whole process. This has been the discussion. When you came, we are very grateful, and we are all ready to welcome you to give the closing remark. Please join me in welcoming.
Please, thank you so much. Be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, who, in spite of not being qualified to be here, have found themselves here, including those who lost their elections. I thank you all for your active participation and insightful contributions. Today has been an opportunity for us all, as representatives of the people, to gain a deeper understanding of the urgent need to restore a culture of proper artisanal and small-scale mining in Ghana. I will not use the word illegal or galamsey, because they are just illegal because we made it so. We allow the commercial mining to be legal. We also allow some small-scale mining to be legal, but others will say they are illegal because we legislated them to be illegal. I believe from the presentations, particularly the gory images we have seen, would have made an indelible mark in our minds. I've been part of this process for some time now and had one opportunity to hold a discussion with the leadership of small-scale mining at Kumasi. I've also seen on social media distressing images. And as a former minister for water resources, works and housing, I confronted some of the situations that were just narrated by some of the participants. And we were actually defeated because we could not match the strength and anger of those who were involved in it. There I realized that it was not just a few individuals that were involved, but it was the whole society that had given approval and in fact actively involved in what was happening on the ground. But we can no longer afford to turn a blind eye to the devastation that this type of mining has brought upon our lands, our forests, and our water bodies, and in fact, our food crops. As members of Parliament, we hold a sacred duty to ensure that the resources in our constituencies are managed responsibly and sustainably for the benefit of present and future generations. But it's important for all of us to note that the foundation of all human rights is that of the right to life. It's so sacred that the first law of nature is self-survival. And we all have it in our local dialects that you cannot be carrying food and die of hunger. That is the reality we are faced with. And we should take that on board in whatever solution we are trying to find to this crisis. And we all know that anytime you have a challenge, it's also an opportunity. And when you have crisis, you have prizes and you have prizes. And so together we can turn this around to our advantage. So the artisanal and small-scale mining, when we are able to get it done responsibly, has the potential to uplift our communities, create sustainable jobs, and contribute significantly to our national economy. Other governments have failed. They have failed because they did not get the proper prescription. This government cannot afford to fail. It will lead to hopelessness. The people have given us a huge trust, and they are very hopeful that together with them we'll find a solution to this serious national challenge. Honorable members, the fight against this culture of artisanal and small-scale mining is not the responsibility of the sector minister and his public servants alone, or that of the government. It is a collective responsibility that requires the commitment of all of us. I have small-scale mining in my area. In fact, my former constituency abounds with a lot of gold. We encourage foreign investors to take over the concessions, mine and take away our precious gold, and that one is lawful, it's not illegal. But when our own people struggle to create jobs for themselves, struggle to survive in spite of the dangers that they know they are facing, you call that illegal and you go to shoot them on sight. Please, this is a mark of a serious indictment on leadership. This is a collective effort, and the solution is not far. And I want to commend the minister for this initiative because it's the way forward. To assure you, Honorable Minister, that we in Parliament stand with you in this fight, and will provide the necessary legislative backing and oversight to ensure that your efforts and that of the government yield the desired results. Some years ago, I had a discussion with consultants from Australia on this type of mining. It's not only in Ghana, it's global. How have the others managed it? And we cannot. And so there are answers to these questions, and they are not easy to find. When you use force, you know action and reaction. The small science I learned will only produce fire. And the military will say fire quenches fire. But the advice of the Stone Age is different. They say a member of Parliament, regardless of your position, who is found to be complicit in destructive mining activities, there is a petition before me concerning a member of Parliament, and the member will tell you that I have initiated investigation into that petition. And the member himself has appeared before me on that. We are not going to countenance it at all. What we've seen today is just a stark reminder of the consequences of such actions. As lawmakers, we must lead by example. Any member of Parliament caught engaging in or facilitating this type of existential threat to our lives, will face the full rigors of the law. And I mean what I say. We cannot preach accountability and integrity to the nation while turning a blind eye to misconduct within our ranks. And some of you, the misbehavior that has happened in my absence, I've taken full note of them. And what will happen will happen. As we leave this conference, let us carry with us a renewed sense of purpose and determination. Let us be champions of responsible mining in our constituencies. Let us educate our communities, support sustainable practices, and work collaboratively to eradicate the menace of environmentally destructive mining. The task ahead of us, as the senior prefect has stated, is daunting, but I'm very confident with great resolve we can create a proper culture of sustainability and environmentally friendly mining in Ghana. We can only do this when leadership shows the way.
Are you ready?
Shall we come back? Boss, space.
Oh, he's gone. Excuse me. Don't mind. When he tried it, he started walking sometimes. The thing is easy.
Pfizer. Oh, I have to give you some.
Just come to your office and ask for justice.
I thought we were going to come here.
Some people, the way them they pray like them, they do this one robbery. You see how you can like be like go rob way